And the last presentation in this blog before we start moving with lightning talks is Vesna. Vesna will present about IPv6 RIPEness from 4 to 5 stars. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Vesna. I'm from NCC. I used to talk about RIPEness a lot in my previous job for the NCC. Now I'm a community builder for measurement tools, but I'm still fond of this little project that we introduced. And so for this region, we wanted to show what is the level of IPv6 deployment within the members of the NCC. So IPv6 RIPEness is, on one hand, kind of a rating mechanism to show how ready are the NCC members individually, so the LIRs, and it is also collectively for the country to show how ready is a country and specifically to track this readiness over time. At the same time, it is also one of the best mechanisms that we have discovered for encouraging IPv6 deployment. And that is to give a T-shirt, a free T-shirt for somebody who is IPv6 ready. So how many of you actually have IPv6 Act Now T-shirt? Yeah, great. So we have been giving these T-shirts at the training courses, and after every course, when the people who already have won the T-shirt show off, then the others go online and actually first get ready for IPv6 RIPEness, and then apply for the T-shirt, and we ship it to them. So when you see now how you can get there, you can ask for this T-shirt, and we will send it to you. So what is IPv6 RIPEness? Well, as I said, it's some kind of a mechanism for measuring the IPv6 readiness. And so on this website, IPv6RIPEness.ripe.net, you can go and see if your LIR is listed. You will only be listed if you have achieved at least 4 stars. And I will talk a bit later about the 5th star. So what does it take? So first of all, you have to be a member of the NCC. Okay, that's a given. Then you have to apply for the IPv6 space. Once you have an allocation, you can do the next 3 steps in any order, but you have to do all 3 of them, so to go up to 4 stars. You have to set up reverse DNS and to apply for it. You have to register your Route 6 object in the routing registry, and you need to announce your allocation. So in Serbia, out of 78 LIRs, there is 13 that have all of these 4 stars. And so if you go to the website, you can go to the country details, and you will see the listing of all of these 13 LIRs with their names. We don't mention the ones who have 3 stars and 2 stars and 1 and 0, because we didn't want to build like the list of shame or a blacklist or something. We want to promote those who have actually made an effort and made an achievement. So for many years, we have been collecting this data, and some other players, let's say, in this measurement arena, they were saying, yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that if somebody is announcing their prefix and has done all these administrative things, that they're actually offering IPv6 services. Why don't you measure that? Well, that's a bit tricky, so how do you measure that? Plus, again, what would we do with such a list? Well, okay, we kind of decided to go there and created the 5th star. So there it is. From the 13 LIRs that actually could be providing IPv6 services, there's only 3 that actually do. And this is our measurement. So it's kind of limited. And the 5th star is only available for Akademska mreža Republike Srbije, Verat, and VIP Mobile. So congratulations. you are now listed on this 5-star list, and you won't get yet another T-shirt because we don't have a new type of T-shirt for 5 stars, but if we see that there is a lot of interest, we might develop it. So how does it work? It's quite complicated because we are trying to be fair, and at the same time, it is kind of only relevant for our members. So we actually split the LIRs into the access providers and content providers. So for the content providers, we look up your websites based on the address space that you have. Are they present in the Alexa 1 million list? So if you are maintaining a lot of websites, and a lot of them are in the Alexa 1 million list, if you enable IPv6 on them, you will show up on this list. So that's one criteria. And then the other criteria is, if you are access provider, if the people from you, from your address range have appeared in some tests that the APNIC, Asia and Pacific Service Region, is performing with Google advertisements and so on, like they are measuring the V6 reachability from the clients coming from certain IP addresses. So we are using their measurements to see if the access providers are actually V6 capable. So that's the criteria, and if you win that, you get the 5-star. And now some more details about this. So how did it go over time for Serbia? I did this only for one country, but it's relatively easy to do it for your own country. If you are interested, I can actually dig into this information because actually we keep it stored. So you can see that the number of LIRs have not been increasing a lot, and the biggest increase is in the number of allocations, IPv6 allocations that have appeared. So that's the orange color, and the 4-star, the actual readiness, is the green. And yeah, it has been proportionally increasing to the number of the LIRs, but it's not really stellar or anything. So there is a lot of homework for you guys to do. And many pie charts. So for every country, once a month we produce this pie chart, and so it's relatively small numbers here, but you can see that, for example, in Macedonia, there are 3 providers that actually have all 4 stars. And in other countries, there is many more. So Romania is leading, Slovenia, Bulgaria, and then comes Croatia, Bosnia, Albania, and Montenegro. So that's how the IPv6 is actually deployed, according to us, in SEE region. Now, since we are in Serbia, I looked into some more details. For example, RIPEatlas probes. So there is about 60 RIPEatlas probe in Serbia, and only 33 are connected. So again, more homework. Please plug in those probes, especially in Belgrade. Why RIPEatlas? Well, we are using RIPEatlas to compare the paths between the probes, V4 and V6 reachability, and how many of these paths are staying within the country and how many of them are exiting the country. It's very difficult to make any measurement if there aren't enough probes, for example, that are V6 capable. So again, some names, mostly the same names, are coming back. So Verat and Academic Network are actually having a probe that is V6 capable. SOX has an anchor, so it is V6 capable. And then there are some probes that are using tunnel. So these are only 4 V6 capable probes in Serbia, and so you can see this picture is not very populated. However, there's a lot of V4 capable probes, and you can see a lot of the paths actually going all over the place, but I'll talk about this project later on. Now, if you look into RIPEstat and the number of IPv6 enabled networks in the routing, over the time, and comparing only 4 countries here, you can see that Slovenia is leading. So there is about 75 countries that are V6 capable in Slovenia, and then Serbia, Croatia, and Bosnia are somewhere there, between 15 and 25, let's say. Some more data about Serbia. I won't dwell on this. This is not IPv6 specific, but you can take a look at RIPEstat to see, for example, the bandwidth measurements based on Google's MLabs data. And that was all. So, any questions?
Yes. Any questions? Anyone? Okay, that was easy. Thank you, Vesna.
Thank you.